Hello all, this is Sanjay and welcome to another lawman.com video. This video is intended to answer a few frequently asked questions that we receive about the All India Bar exam. How do I prepare for it? Which books should I study? What is the time required for the preparation? Which bare acts should I carry to the exam hall? If there are any questions that are not answered in this video, please let us know in the comments below or reach out to us at hello@lawman.com. The first step is to understand what the AIBE is all about. As the old saying goes, first know your enemy. Before we move into the prep strategy, we should understand what are we preparing for. AIBE is a multiple choice objective type exam with no negative marking. It is based on the standard LLB syllabus and the subject wise marks breakup is also published by the Bar Council ahead of the exam. It is an open book exam where you can carry any printed material or handwritten notes. It is a pass-fail test where you don't get any All India rank. Your objective is to score 40% if you are in the general merit category or 35% if you are in the SC/ST category. It doesn't matter whether you score 99% or 40%, you will still get the same certificate of practice. Let's answer the most important question first. What is the total amount of time required to prepare for the AIBE? Ideally, 1 month is more than sufficient for a thorough preparation. If you are preparing full time, 15 days is also a good timeline. If you have not forgotten what you studied in your LLB, 7 days is also enough for a bare minimum level of preparation. Are these 1 month, 15 days and 7-day timelines really practical? Yes, they are. Because in other exams like the CLAT PG, you are competing with other candidates for a seat in an NLU and your objective is to beat others. Whereas in the bar exam, you are competing with yourself. You are competing with the question paper because you need to score at least 40% or higher. You are competing with time because you need to answer the required number of questions within the 3-hour time limit. So it is possible to prepare within the tight timelines that I have mentioned earlier. What should be the objective of your prep strategy? You need to score a minimum of 40%, which means that at the least you should answer 40 questions correctly. Also add in a margin of safety of at least 20 marks. So your ultimate objective is to answer at least 60 questions correctly. Aim for 60% and you will comfortably clear the AIBE. Even if some of your answers are incorrect or the questions themselves are deleted, you will still pass with a comfortable margin of safety. We analyzed the most recent AIBE question paper to see how the questions are designed. 53 questions could be answered directly with the help of the bare acts or with the Constitution of India. 35 questions would require general legal awareness and 12 questions were case-based. In theory, if you carry copies of all the bare acts as per the syllabus and a copy of the Constitution of India, you should be able to pass the exam easily. The challenge is in identifying which bare act to refer to and how do you find the right page or the section. And do all of this within the limited amount of time that you will have. And this is where the lawman.com mock test and previous question paper series is quite helpful because with regular practice, you will be able to go to the correct act and the correct section without wasting time. Answering the required number of questions correctly within the limited amount of time you have is your ultimate objective. Let's take a look at a few questions from the most recent bar exam. Question number 53 is from section 340 of the IPC. Even though there is no mention of IPC or the section number in the question or in the answer choices, this is a direct question that could be answered by referring to the bare act. Similarly, question number 54 is from section 350 of the IPC. And question number 55 is from section 425 of the IPC. Now these questions were based on the illustrations or the examples that are given in the relevant sections. With enough practice, you will be able to identify that these questions belong to a particular act and quickly go over to the relevant section and find the right answer. Solving the previous papers is also very important because you will find a number of repeated questions and questions which are similar to what have appeared in the previous papers. The golden rule for this exam is answer all questions. This is one critical aspect that we stress upon. You have 100 questions with 4 options each and there is no negative marking. Therefore, you should answer all questions. What if you don't know the answer to a particular question? You can use the following sequence of steps. First, try to eliminate any obviously wrong answers. Next, choose the best option from the remaining options. If you are completely unsure, just pick any answer randomly. Because there is no negative marking, you have nothing to lose. Time management is going to play a very critical role in how well you do in this exam. you will have 3 hours or 180 minutes to answer 100 questions, which is more than sufficient. Break up the 180 minutes into 2 different segments. For the first 160 minutes, answer the test normally. For the second 20 minutes, go directly to the answer sheet and mark one answer randomly for all the unanswered questions. You should also use this time to ensure that you have filled in all the required fields correctly, such as your name, registration number, question paper version. You should also double check that you have not marked 2 answers for any question. We recommend something that we call the first pass and second pass strategy for this exam. Remember, the objective is to answer 50 to 60 questions correctly and mark an answer to all the remaining questions, so manage your time accordingly. In the first pass, go through the entire question paper and answer all the general awareness or the case-based questions. Since you don't have to refer to anything, you either know the answer or you don't. If you know the answer, mark it. If you don't know the answer, guess it. You should not spend more than 30 seconds per question here, which is enough to read the question and mark the answer choice in the answer booklet. During your first pass through the question paper, you should also note down the act or the article that you need to refer to for the act-based or the constitution-based questions. For example, create a few columns in your rough work papers and jot down the question numbers of all the constitution-based questions in one column, all the IPC-based questions and the CPC-based questions in different columns. This segregation will help you save a lot of time during the second pass. Once you are done with the complete question paper during the first pass, we will move on to the second pass and answer those questions that require reference to the Bayer Acts. You can make use of the time that you have saved in the first pass questions. Remember the list that you prepared during the first pass? During the second pass, when you open the Constitution of India, you can answer all the questions that are marked in that particular column. Similarly, you can answer all the IPC or CPC based questions in one sequence. Otherwise, you may waste a lot of time in opening and closing different reference material. Another reason why the segregation and the creation of lists becomes important is that the AIBE question paper will be in 4 sets, A, B, C and D. In set A, the questions are mostly grouped together by subject, but in B, C and D, they are shuffled. And this is where the questions appear in a very random manner, and the segregation and the lists that you have created help you answer the questions in respective batches. Ideally, you should carry all the printed Bayer Acts as per the syllabus. But this would lead to having to carry humongous amount of printed material. So at the least, you should carry printed material of the essential Bayer Acts such as the IPC, CPC, CRPC, Constitution of India, Evidence Act, the Indian Contract Act, Specific Relief Act and the Negotiable Instrument Act. Together, these subjects cover around 50% of the marks in the exam and they account for a significant part of the direct act-based questions. You can download the latest versions of all the essential Bayer Acts from the India Code website. You can get the Bayer Acts printed on A4 size sheets, 2 pages per side, and use double side printing to save on some cost. You will still end up spending probably a couple of ₹1,000, but consider it as an investment in your future. We have made things a little easier for our Lawment mock test users and compiled a list of all the download links and published it on the mock test pack itself. Last but not the least, don't get disqualified. Remember, you can practice for up to 2 years without clearing the AIBE, and the exam itself is conducted twice every year. There is no limit on the number of attempts, so don't do anything stupid and get disqualified. The reasons for disqualification can be intentional or unintentional. Intentional disqualification happens because of not following the instructions in the test center, communicating with others during the exam, or trying to copy, cheat, or help others, carrying in electronic devices such as phones, smartwatches into the exam hall. And unintentional disqualification happen because of not filling in the application form properly or missing the required documents, not attesting the documents, incomplete details in the answer response sheet. And hundreds of students get disqualified every year because of question paper and answer sheet set code mismatch. That is, students fail to mention the proper set code, that is A, B, C or D in the answer sheet. Remember, the Bar Council of India can permanently disqualify candidates in severe cases. So, don't create problems for yourself. It's okay if you fail. You can always retake the exam after 6 months. That's about it for now. All the best for your AIBE prep. Do check out our mock test pack. And if you have any questions or comments, please post them below, or you can always reach out to us at hello@lawment.com.